this video, I will show you how to format a research paper in Microsoft Word. If you have your document open, make sure everything is double-spaced. And one way that you can do this is to highlight everything, and you can do that with your cursor, or you can use Control-A, will highlight the entire paper. And then you will go to the line spacing option at the top of the screen and click on double. Now there are a few other things that you will need to do for formatting. You do need the header, which should be your first and last name, the teacher's name, your class and period. That should be English 3, 9th period, and then the date. And then you should have some sort of title for your paper, and that will be centered on the next line with no extra spaces. And then the body of your paper will begin. And these paragraphs should be indented, so I'm going to highlight all of the body of the paper. In there. And to indent it, you can go up to View, and you'll need the ruler. There are other ways you can do this as well. But drag this top piece over, and that way it will indent all the paragraphs that you highlighted. So we have the heading here. We also need the header. So to get to the header part, double click up in the margin area at the top of the page, and that will open the header abilities to edit that. And we need the page number. Always start with the page number, because if you add it after you type something, it will delete. So we want a page number on the top of the page, and for MLA papers it needs to be on the top right. So we click there. Since we've inserted a page number, that changes numbers on each page. And then type the last name, your last name. Now this will appear at the top of every page, so you can double click, get out of the header. You notice it's still up here. If I scroll down, we'll have the page 2. Now sometimes when different things get put in the paper from the different documents you've used, the font is different. So I want to make sure everything's the same font. So I highlight everything, Control-A again. And then up here in the font, I make sure I have Times New Roman and that it is 12. You could also use Arial if you want. And now I'm going to scroll down and make sure my bibliography is on the next page, and it is not. So what I'm going to do is hold Control and Enter. And that way it will always start on a new page. Even if I edit up here in the rest of the draft, this annotated bibliography will always start on the next page. Now with the annotated bibliography, and this is just an example, this is not a complete correct bibliography, but I'm showing you the formatting. Highlight all of your sources if they're not in hanging indent format already. And then up here on the ruler bar again, select that middle option, the bottom triangle, and slide that over to 1/2 inch. But now these paragraphs should be indented farther. So what you can do is put your cursor at the beginning of the paragraph, hit backspace, backspace, so it's up with the citation, and then hold Shift, hit Enter, and that will make sure everything is aligned. You'll need to do this for each annotation for each source. So those are just a few tips for formatting in Microsoft Word. These same principles can be applied in Google Docs as well. The menus will just look slightly different.